Okay, let's go ahead and get started while we still have some people joining. I'll go ahead and do the intro and we'll go from there. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us for our first show of 2024. My name is Kate Remillard and I'm on the marketing team at BHT Studios in Matterport, and I'm your co-host today for Lunch with Lucy. We have a very special guest, as you know, but before we get started, just want to remind you of a few things. You're welcome to add your questions to the Q&A box on your screen. The more questions, the better. We love those. We'll have time at the end of the show to get as many answered as possible. You'll also see a few poll questions pop up. So be sure to participate in those polls. We love to know kind of real-time answers as we go throughout the show. Also, stick around to the end. We'll announce our 5 winners of our $25 DoorDash gift cards at the end of the show. So you won't want to miss that. And lastly, be sure to subscribe to Lucy's YouTube page to keep up to date with all of her amazing content that she produces, including the archive of Lunch with Lucy's and many great interviews with industry experts. So now I'm happy to introduce Lucy Edwards.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you being here with us. It's going to be an amazing show because Gino is the best of the best presenter. If you guys had an opportunity to see him on Risk Media last month, it was just an absolutely great. On my YouTube channel, you will find our interview with Gino, which was spectacular. And I learned so much, not just about you, Gino, which you had a great success story, but also about, how to be the best of the best and how to stay there. And I would love to introduce you. So welcome, Gino Bleifari.
Thank you, Lucy. Great to be here.
So I would like to start with, what are the 3 key factors that contributed to your remarkable journey from having just $1 in your pocket, and I remember that from your story, to becoming the chairman of HomeServices of America, to run Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, the largest company in the United States, and you are global as well. So would love to start with that question.
Yeah, Lucy, I guess if I had to give you 3 things, it'd be the same 3 things I would tell agents right now. What do they need to do when the market's tough like that? So the first one would be mindset, okay? The second one would be work ethic. And the third one is to be skills. Those 3 components are huge, and they played a real huge role in me keeping my mindset very, very positive, especially at the beginning of my career, because you have all those doubts that come in. So what I had to do, Lucy, is I had to create a routine. Okay, a routine in the morning that would make me almost become fearless by the time I got into the office. It started out with the acronym MEDS: meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep, what I call as keystone habits that create small wins. So having the right mindset is huge. How do you get that? You get that probably by putting positive stuff into your head and just being prepared for it. Having a routine is so huge, okay? I have a success journal that, Lucy, we could actually give that to anybody who wants to. I can get it to you and you can get it to them, or we can get a link or something like that. But in the success journal, it would say 10 things you're grateful for, and write that down. 3 things that made me happy in the last 24 hours. And then I program the non-conscious portion of my brain by writing down, I am earning X number of dollars or more in the next 12 months. Now, during COVID, and what I write down now is I say I have perfect health, wealth, and fitness. But I write that 25 times every single day. And that gets into your, that gets in your, the non-conscious portion of your brain, which is servile, which means it sets no goals of its own, doesn't judge the merit or value of the goal, only tries to carry out the given order. So first one, I would say the first factor was mindset, having a great mindset, positive, very positive, can-do attitude. Next one was work ethic. You got to work. You got to do the work. We can all do the busy work, but you got to do that work. You got to, there's no other way around it. If you look at all successful people, they've outworked, out-sacrificed. That's just how it is. So work, do the work would be Work ethic would be the second thing that I said. And then skills. You got to continuously work on your skills, because a stationary position is the beginning and the end. If you're not advancing, you're falling back, and you got to continue to learn. I used to give back when I would sell houses, and I haven't sold a house since 1998, team. So I'm not pretending here to be an expert on it, but I would give my listing presentation to the real estate board. And people say, well, why would you give your secrets out to the real estate board? I go, look, first of all, most people won't implement it anyways. And second of all, it changes every month or two. I upgrade it with something new, type of thing. So those would be the three, Lucy. Work ethic, or mindset, work ethic, skills. Those, if I had to pick three that helped me, really in there, wrapped in a culture of discipline. Discipline was the huge thing, because if you don't do it, like Emerson said, do the thing, have the power. Do not the thing, have not the power. You've got to have the discipline to do it.
And I like how you mentioned, when we were talking, you said about the agents. Like when I asked you, what should agents do? Just show up, you said. just come to work.
Yeah, I think the question was, you says, what's working for the agents now? And I said, when they work.
When they work.
Yeah, when they work.
Well, speaking of agents, and inventory is tight and agents compete for listings, what advice do you have for them to win more listings? Besides the discipline, besides showing up, what else would you recommend?
Do what you're supposed to do. All of you have a center of influence. We all know real estate's a relationship business. Okay. Work your center of influence and work the 27 different ways to prospect for them. Some people love open houses, nothing wrong with it. Some people like geographical farming, nothing wrong with it. Some people like just working their database, nothing wrong with it. Okay, get yourself out there. Do your videos. Be on social media. Just be out there is what I would say.
Well, and we have a great poll here just for that. So please participate in a poll, everybody. Would love to know how you are working your business right now. Are you doing the open houses or the farming, the social media videos? You mentioned videos. I think it is so important. You just even do it yourself video. Obviously, professional is always best, but you don't have to. Just do short videos. Have a YouTube channel. I think it is so important right now to invest your energy in YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. I love my LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is incredibly good for the agent and for business. So we'd love to know what you are going to put in, how you're going to use the poll. So please participate.
For myself, Lucy, I was my biggest amount of I had a geographical farm that I had farmed for years, and then was practically pulling a deal a week out at the end of my selling career. But really, my whole bread and butter was my social farm, my center of influence, COI, sphere, whatever you want to call it. And what I would do is a couple times per week, I would get somebody from that group to meet me for coffee. For 30 minutes, right before I went right into the office. And I'd ask these 18 connecting questions to them. Nothing about real estate, nothing about when do you plan on moving, nothing like that. If some of the ninjas out there, there's that ninja, the Ford, F, friends, occupation, recreation, and dreams. But I took it to a huge level and did 18 connecting questions. What do you do? How'd you get started? Where are you originally from? What's your current family situation growing up? Were you active in school? There's 18 connecting questions. Look at your life as a radar scope. There'll be highs, there'll be lows. I can also, anybody interested, you can contact me. I'll give you those 18 questions, but those are 18 connecting questions, okay, which are huge. And it was amazing, because after I had that coffee meeting, I just about always got a referral from that meeting where I've spent that time to ask people all about themselves. You know how people love talking about themselves.
And even now, you are very active. Like I personally really enjoy your newsletter, Thoughts on Leadership, Leading with Love, that you send out every Friday morning. I read it all the time, and it's personal, it's interesting, it's knowledgeable. So I really enjoy it. I just wanted to mention that to you.
Good.
So,
Good.
let's look at the results. So door knocking is only 5%. That's what I would think. Geo farming is 25. I was thinking it would be higher. Open houses 38. Using my sphere of influence 65%. Yes. Social media and videos 58. Great. All of the above 20%. Thank you guys. That is really those are great results. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I have my next question would be, Gino, that although the value of the agent seems to kind of stand the test of the time and all the class action suits are shaking things up, but change is very often is a great opportunity. And what do you think is best for agents to be doing right now to rise above the noise and to be best at what they are doing?
I'd say ignore the noise.
Ignore the noise.
Ignore the noise. You know, don't even listen to the noise. Just do your job. That'd be my simplest answer to there. Don't get caught up in the noise. You know, you're too busy listing and selling houses. That's what you do. And forget about the noise. Forget about the lawsuit, or, you know, control your controllables probably. Okay, you can't control a lot of the stuff that's out there. So that's a pretty simple answer for that one, Lucy. But that's what I would say.
No, I agree with you, Gino. And yesterday I was at the office meeting at Berkshire Hathaway in Jupiter, Florida Realty in Jupiter, and it was the same conversation. We are better than that. We're busy with our listings, with our clients. We are farming. We are doing open houses, and everyone felt great about what's going on and how things will end up. So I think staying positive is extremely important right now.
Yeah.
And I do see in comments. Oh, go ahead, Gino. Sorry.
I was going to say add value. You need to add value. You know, Mike Ferry Mike Ferry would always say, show up, pay attention, tell the truth, and don't be attached to the result. Those are 4 great things. And I would always add to that one, add value. So show up, add value. You know, pay attention, tell the truth, and don't be attached to the result. That's great advice for anybody in anything that you do.
Exactly. And I think add value is very important, especially in today's environment where the competition is furious and you have to bring something extra to the table. And that was one of the biggest conversations yesterday. So I totally agree with you. What about for managers and teams out there? What do you see as a recruiting, training, and retaining agents where there is a lot of turnover, many brands out there to choose? So what kind of advice would you give to the leadership team?
Same one. Show up, pay attention, tell the truth, don't be attached to the result, and add value. But really, you know, you've got to have a system. Okay, you've got to have a system though, and run some sort of a system with a great plan. Because, you know, even our great company HomeServices, there was an agent in Cupertino, our manager in Cupertino, Jess Weibel. I think he hired 20 people in December. Okay, but there are other offices that hired 0. Right. So it's just a matter of having a system and working your system. You know, the systems that I like to always run have basically 4 disciplines to it. First one's focus on 1, 2, 3, the most important things that you have to do. The second one is leverage. Okay, well, what are the lead measures, the things that are predictable and influenceable? If I do them, I'll get to that goal. The third one is engagement. How do you drive engagement? How do you drive the agents to be engaged in what they're doing? Okay, and I typically do that by keeping score and posting the score. And the third one is creating a cadence of accountability, and that's I do that with the CEOs at HomeServices every Monday when they're on a call with me, specifically doing that. So that would be my advice. I mean, if you're a branch manager, you better know exactly how many transactions it takes to make your office profitable. Okay, that's management 101. So what do? You take all the expenses that you have for the year. You take your company dollar for the year, you figure out your average sales price, the average commission rate, and you figure out your company dollar as a manager. So you know what your company dollar is, and then you're going to know X number of sales you have to get to break even, and then X number of sales to make X profit and X profit and X profit as the profit goes up. And then it gives you the opportunity to talk to every single agent in your office and say, Lucy, can I count on you for 2 deals this month, or 3 deals, or 1 deal, or whatever? You let nobody pick one, but it's everybody's goals. And I post that up and everybody sees it. And just the way our business works of having a goal will drive it, drive them to do more business. So that'd be some advice I'd have for managers, Lucy.
And, I met with a lot of presidents and CEOs and managers from Berkshire Hathaway, from all different Berkshire Hathaways throughout the country. And Martha Moiser, who I love, and I had an opportunity to spend time with her, and she was talking about the meetings that you arrange every single Monday, where you talk not just about the business and what's going on with the office and with their agents, but also about their personal life and success stories and everything that that can kind of bring the spirits up for everybody, where everyone is sharing what's happening. So can you just spend a minute on that? I would love to know how you encourage.
That's actually a very, very specific call, okay, where they're saying, I've been in touch with my accountability partner X out of the last 5 days. My wildly important goal for last week was this, this, and this. It was either completed or not completed, okay? My wildly important goal for this week is this, this, and this. It could be 1, could be 3. Then the lead measures to do that, they're saying what they're going to do. So it becomes almost a idea exchange for them, all right? And so they're going to say, hey, here's how I'm going to increase per person productivity. Here's how I'm going to increase recruiting. Here, because I'm going to increase in retention. Here's how I'm going to increase mortgage capture, title capture, in insurance capture, all of the businesses that we are in. They're saying that. And at the end, they say, and the one thing I'm doing to improve, so I'm better this week than last week is, and boom, Ray Mesa, who I think he lost over 100 pounds. Okay.
He had to have a new headshot.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and he was talking about how he's going to lose weight and get himself in shape. He looks amazing.
Yep, he's done a great job. Discipline.
Yeah, you see, I have my Brian Buffini focus. I do think it's important to focus on your goals and complete them properly.
Yeah, otherwise the whirlwind, your day job gets in the way. That's why you have to have those 1, 2, or 3 goals that you actually focus on them.
Kate, do we have any more polls? And also, please put your questions in Q&A. Kate is keeping track of that. Would love for you to participate. And here is your opportunity to ask questions directly to Gino. So please make sure to put all your questions there. Here we are going to talk about 3D and digital twin as metaphor and all the AI tools. And I would love to ask you, Gino, do you view 3D modeling and digital twin technology as part of artificial intelligence? And how would you suggest agents to adopt?
Yeah, I use AI, and Jimmy Burgess and Rajiv at Fox and Roach, they do a great talk on AI, and anybody, you don't have to be the Berkshire Hathaway brand. It's available to anybody to see that, but that would be that would be great. I think 3D tours are terrific on for marketing and stuff like that.
And as a matter of fact, I did meet with Larry, and he was saying, yeah, talking about AI, Rajiv has been putting together material and education for our classes for our agents over a year ago. So everyone is really advanced and feel comfortable using any kind of AI, ChatGPT, 3D tours, virtual staging. So I think it's amazing that a lot of the leadership, not just Berkshire Hathaway, but other brands as well, they invest in education and making sure that agents are comfortable using the technology. So here we have, yes, I use 3D tours to market my listings, 21%, AI to help market my brand, 21%. I use both 21%, plan to 33. So please, please get on board. That would be great. And then, do we have any questions, Kate?
Yeah, we have a great one from Devin wondering what your self-confidence formula is.
So what's your self-confidence formula, Gino?
It's changed over time. One of the things that I would do is we used to would read this thing by Og Mandino, a great snippet from his book Mission Success, where he says, "I will live today as all good actors do when they are on stage, only in the moment. I cannot perform at my best today by regretting my previous acts, mistakes, or worrying about the scenes to come. I'll take off my coat and make dust in the world. I realize the busier I am, the less harm I have to suffer, the tastier be my food, the sweeter my sleep, and the better satisfied I will be with my place in the world." It's a whole little section. I can send that to Lucy, get that to you if you want to get it out to everybody. But that's somehow to change that state. Okay, from being afraid to not. There was a thing by Norman Vincent Peale, but it's kind of gets into the little religious thing, and I'm not really religious type person there, but it's about keeping your positive thinking. There's also a self-confidence formula from the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's an actual self-confidence formula. You know what? Anybody, there's not that many people on this call, so feel free to reach out directly to me, and I will give you, if you have a question on that, I will give you it. I'll just, you can have it. Okay, let's get to that next question.
Yeah,
Next question.
What's the best way for people to get in touch with you, Gino? Is it just through email or?
Email,
Okay.
Gino Bleifari at HomeServices.com.
Okay, awesome. I'll share that in the chat.
Yeah, and please provide everything you were talking about, Gino, all the links, so we're going to follow up with a newsletter
Perfect,
to
Lucy.
everybody.
I'll get them all to you, okay?
Yeah, give them all to me, and
Yeah.
Kate and I will make sure to distribute
Perfect.
to everyone who registered.
Perfect.
I do have a very quick question about coaching and training, because at Stronger Together last year, you invited Tom Ferry, who I love and respect. And Tom was also talking a lot about the importance of focus and be consistent. Would you say that it is crucial to have coaching, either professional or have coaching by managers? What's your take on it?
I think a coach is very, very important. Really, the biggest role of the coach is just to hold you accountable. So if you're paying $1,000 a month for some guy to talk to you for a half an hour, right? You're going to be pretty motivated to do what he tells you to do. All right. So the coaching is great. It's just great. If you look at any professional athlete, every one of them's got a coach. Okay. So yeah, it's something. Now, if you were super duper the most disciplined person in the world, and you were on with Lucy and seeing all these different things and going to all the trainings and all the events and things like that, there's a lot of very successful people that don't do it. But I would say your quickest way to get there would be to have a coach. Yes, I fully endorse it.
Yeah,
have mentors, but mentors don't even have to know that they're mentoring you to be your mentor, right? You can have mentors between the pages of books. You can mentors online. You can have mentors on podcasts, all sorts of things, Lucy. So yeah, it is, Brian Buffini, wonderful. Mike Ferry, I learned so much from Mike Ferry. Tom Ferry, just a terrific, terrific coach. There's many, many great ninja. Larry Kindle, my buddy. I'm a ninja. Okay. I'm in Tom Ferry's Hall of Fame, Mike Ferry's Hall of Fame. I was mentor of the year for Buffini. See, I believe in all of it, Lucy. Okay. I believe in all of it.
I agree with you, Gino. And sometimes mentor and coach keeps you accountable, and that is also very helpful.
That's just huge. That's a big, huge, huge thing. Yes.
So Emily is asking, real life mentor, question mark? He's kind of like a coach. Yeah, I guess, right? What's your take on it, Gino?
What was mentor,
that? Coach?
What was that?
Emily Florin is asking, real life mentor? He's like a coach. Is that correct? That's how you look at it?
Is a real life mentor like a coach? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You know, someone that's already done what you want to do, and then you can model that behavior, right?
right. Exactly, exactly. And I think reading I remember you were talking about how many books a week you just really into reading, and you read some books several times. So
Yep.
just to reinforce what you already know.
Yep, and exactly. Or to learn something new too. I love what you do, okay? And the more exposure that I can give you through HomeServices and the network, you're just great for our industry, and I don't want it to go without saying that. You know, appreciate the opportunity to be in here with you, and you can call on me at any time for anything.
Thank you, Gino. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I'm getting emotional now. Thank you so much, Gino. I really,
All
really,
righty,
really
we'll see you.
appreciate it.
All right, team. Thanks, guys.
All the best, everybody. Cheers. Happy Valentine's
Cheers.
Day.
Happy
Bye,
Valentine's
everybody.
Day.
Thank you. Have a great day.